And we are live. Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me okay. I'd like to, first of all, welcome my guest for the evening, Mike, all the way from Ireland. Or if you're watching from that part of the world, I'm coming to you all the way from Canada. So take it one way or the other. Welcome, Mike.
Hi, peeps. How are we all doing?
Let's just make sure you're coming in. Let's see.
Loud and clear,
Yep.
hopefully from the other side of the pond.
Yeah, it looks like it's all right. Okay, so we are going to have a go at Too Many Bones. Tonight we are going to be facing scary Mulmesh, and Mulmesh is not a very difficult tyrant himself. Game length, he's only a 2, whereas Nom is a 1. However, he does seem to feature a whole lot of bog creatures which really love to poison everybody, which is not fun. But we're going to give it a go. So I am myself taking control of Boomer, and Mike is going to take control of Patches, as you can see there. We are doing adventure mode, so we've taken the liberty of putting in our 2 extra health points and our 1 skill. We've both chosen, it looks like, an attack skill, which we have. Over on my mat, oops, I did the wrong thing there. Over on my mat, you can probably see that I have put in Boomer's innate, which are her components for building a bomb or a grenade, whatever you want to call it. Right now, she has none. So what Boomer kind of excels in is making things explode. So for example, I'm probably going to choose a skill called Frag Grenade, but in order to use or roll that Frag Grenade die, I need to have at least 1 boom counter. In order to get a 1 on my boom counter, I need to have 3 components to make 1 boom. So that's not there yet, but hopefully we will get there. And Mike, do you want to tell us a little bit about Patches?
Well, I'm running Patches, and I think there's going to be a lot of collateral damage with the amount of bombs that are going to get flung about. So my specialty is healing. So at the start of my turn, I get a heal for free, and then I can go down the medic route if I think that I'm getting hurt a bit too much.
That's right. Yeah.
By friendly fire.
And I will tell you that Patches can be a huge boost to have on a team, because he can, not with his innate each turn heal, but with his other heal, like his med kit and his fast hands and his med pack, he can heal other gear locks too, which sometimes could be strategically very useful for not, getting KO'd. Basically, we're going to move with those 2 characters. And do you ever take the toxins route at all, Mike?
The game I played yesterday, I pretty much just had the med kit and the toxins.
Yeah. Toxin seems to be one that I always take when I play, mainly because there's some of those baddies that have, hardy or thick skin and all that, and it goes right past those skills. So very handy.
It can make a difference that after we take a damage.
That is right. So we are going to start with, obviously, our first encounter. Sorry, I'm getting used to the camera controls. I hope everyone's not dizzy. But so we're going to read them out tonight, Mike, if you don't mind, just in case anyone's actually watching us do this. And it looks like my feed might be a little grainy, which I apologize for. I just noticed it before we went live, but if I try and fix it, I'm going to mess the stream up, so we're not going to do that. If you do happen to be watching, please say hello in the chat room. So here is our first encounter card. Oh, I should say that we are still firmly have our butts in the town of Obendar, as you can see here on the map. So our encounter card says, oops. Hey, thanks. That's I think that's Jordan. Hi, Jordan. And there's Mike himself in chat. If you guys want, you can always ask the 8-ball a question. You just type exclamation point, the number 8, BALL, space, and ask it a question and see what happens. I think I added that in during the week. I'm still so new to this stuff. Anyhow, we're going to read this. Only 12 hours till dawn and the send-off ceremony that will no doubt change the lives of every remaining Gearlock, and likely every life in Daylor. Weapons and supplies are ready to go, but the night is young and adrenaline fills the veins. It's clear no sleep will be had tonight. There's sure to be some shady peddlers in dark alleys ready to deal in loot. Then again, some last-minute training could play a nice dividend by morning. So, what to do, what to do. And there's our choices. Now, I'm going to let Mike, I'm going to put him on the spot and make him choose which one we're going to do here. I always have a preference for which one I'm going to do, but you go for it, Mike.
The difference is really either go for a bit of loot or a bit of extra training.
Right. So it looks like no matter what we choose, since there's no battle, we're going to get a progress. That's down in the lower left corner. So it's a question of the bonuses.
It's really the loot is a lucky thing, whether you're going to get something good or something bad. The training is always going to be useful, so I'm going to plumb for the training.
Okay. I forgot to put my glasses on. I'm having trouble seeing, so there we go. Hope that looks okay on the stream. I forgot about them totally. Okay, so we're going to get that. I always do the progress and the day first because I tend to forget about them if I don't. So I've moved the progress. I have added a day and now on to the training point. So I'm going to pop over to you, Mike, and we'll take a look at what you do here.
Well, I'm going to try for damage, so I'm going to roll 2 offense dice. Okay. And hopefully I don't get bones.
No bones. Hey, look at that.
No bones.
Success.
So, and I'm also going to go for the med kit.
Fair enough. Good choice.
So I'm going to increase my damage by 1 and then grab the med kit die.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to, I always have a trouble with, well, obviously I think I'm going to take that frag grenade, so let's start by doing that. And then I think, because I need to roll some of these components in order to build bombs, I'm actually going to go for an extra dexterity at this point, which I don't have to roll for, thankfully, because my rolls, as Mike knows and everyone else knows, are not good. Just not good. All right, I think that's good. You all set, Mike?
Ready to go.
All right, so
get out the gate.
Let's get back over there, and we will go to our next encounter. Hardly out of the gate, 15 steps into the journey, 15 steps, and already a Gearlock boot is struck through by an arrow. Luckily, no toes were killed. Teeth are clenched, and a painful tug is made while looking around in embarrassment. Yow! Hope I didn't blow anyone's ears off with that, I forgot. Now sufficiently ticked, it's time to return the favor to the ominous figures standing at the edge of the woods. A commotion breaks out atop the city wall, interrupting all thoughts. Guards have now spotted the brazen intruders and are notching their arrows. Their help is at the ready. Like it or not, this adventure is underway. We have 2 choices. The top, so assuming we're successful in this battle, we're going to get a progress point towards being able to challenge Mulmesh. We're going to get a training point, and we're each going to get a loot. If we do the top choice, which is hail the guards for help, we don't get any bonus. If we do the bottom choice, which is it's time to show Obendar what Gearlocks are made of, we're going to get a bonus training point. The difference being, if you do the top choice with no bonus, at the start of each round, arrows from the guards on the wall will deal 1 true damage to each baddie. And if you're watching and you don't know what true damage is, it basically means even if they have a shield or anything, it goes right past that and they take damage. So basically, the battle's going to be a little easier for us because the guards are they're kind of whittling them down 1 health point at a time each round. Choice 2, though, we don't get any help, but that's why you get the bonus. So no risk, no reward. I tend to go with the second choice, Mike, but I'll yield to you.
Well, it's your pick, so I did the first card.
All right, so let's do choice number 2. So our baddies are going to be made up of baddie points, nothing added or subtracted. So we're going to go use the automatic baddie queue setup. And our baddie points are 4. So we will be facing... Now, before I do this, we will be facing 4 1-point baddies. Neither of us are injured. Mike, did you want to do a scout?
Well, yeah, certainly we can have a wee scout. We might as well.
Okay, so this will be your scout. I'll pull that one first. And right away, it's a bog frog who poisons us, and he targets the strongest one of us and immediately applies a poison 2 effect. There's no rolling, there's nothing else. It's just automatic. Top or bottom, sir?
He's going down,
all right,
deeper and down.
Go ahead. I love that little animation. And now I will scout. Oh, that's even... I don't know if that's worse than poison, but it's just as bad. Have you ever encountered a break baddie?
No,
okay.
Not yet.
Break is one of the worst, well, good for them, but terrible for us skills in the game. What break means is every time you roll an attack die, in other words, not a skill die, an attack die, it's gone for the rest of the battle, like the entire rest of the battle. So if, for example, you have, I'm trying to remember now, where are you? You have a total of 3 attacks. So you would only be able to roll 3 attack die the whole battle, and then they're gone. So it is a terrible... There's only 2 ways to deal with a break in my experience. Either put them on the bottom, but besides that, if you do get one in a battle, the only thing I've found that's effective is you literally have to leave him till last and throw everything you have at him and hope for the best. But being able to scout him, I'm putting him on the bottom. Of course, we could just get another one of either, to be honest with you.
Or something worse.
I don't know what that was there in the chat. But anyway, I've never seen that before. Okay, so we're going to set it up and hope we don't get repeats of some of the ones we just saw. I haven't installed some kind of bot that Streamlabs has that does some auto moderation, so it looks like that's what's happened to the chat there.
Yeah.
So whoever you are, sorry about that, but you must have done something that the bot didn't like. So. All right, let's have a look at what we have going from lane 1. We have a Griffin Yearling. In itself, he's not a scary... oh, that's right. You can't see me blowing it up on your screen. I apologize. I'm blowing them up so people on the stream can see that. He has a skill called Flight. So on his turn, he's going to get to do his attack to whoever his target is. In his case, either the closest is the first priority or the weakest after that. Then he goes into flight. So we cannot target him until his next turn. Then flight comes off him. So basically what it really means is that you've got every second turn is the only time you can target and attack him. However, he's pretty weak. He's got 2. Jordan, I don't think that's the case. You know, you haven't seen the last couple of streams, or maybe you have. I have lost consecutively every time. Like, it's getting ridiculous. So that's our first baddie. He's only got 2 health, but he's pretty quick. He's got 5 initiative, so I'll put his die in. And moving to lane 2, we've got a ranged kobold tracker, and he's hardy. Now he's only got 2 health. He's very fast. He's got 6 initiative, so unless we can outroll him in our initiative rolls, it's going to be pretty tough. He also has hardy as a skill, and again, I don't know if I'm going to do... Well, I'll go through every one. Why not? Hardy basically means no matter what we roll against him, his skin is so thick that he's only going to take 1 damage. Now that's ignored by any poison, and that's ignored by true damage, but any normal attack, he's only going to take 2 damage. And his other skill is called Compound. What Compound means is that the amount of attack dice he gets to roll depends on what round it is. So this round, he's only going to roll 1. Round 2, he's going to roll 2, etc. And he has no defense dice to roll. Excuse me. And moving on to row 3, we basically have the repeat of the other Griffin Yearling. So these 2 will both be untargetable every second go. So that might not be fun. And lastly, over here we have a direwolf pup, 3 health, medium speed, 3 initiative. He targets the weakest, well, closest first, then the weakest, and he has a skill called Lashback 1. So what he's going to do when he's attacked and successfully hit by one of our attacks, he lashbacks whoever just damaged him as long as you're adjacent to him for 1 damage, which means if you're a ranged character like Boomer, as long as I can stay away from them, they cannot lash back at me. And I think that's the case. Anyone in chat, if I'm wrong, please correct me. All right, so that is our lineup. Whoops, let me just get their initiative dice.
It says damaged by adjacent.
So it is adjacent, okay. Well, I guess that's one good thing. I don't know so far. All right, and that guy's pretty slow. So Mike and I now have to roll our initiative die. So let's take a look at Mike's roll. Double roll. You roll like me. All right. Now, as Gearlocks, we get... Are you... Wow. It's starting off, Mike. It's starting off.
Oh, I am your good luck pen.
Apparently. All right, well, we've got our work cut out from... I couldn't have gotten a worse roll. Like, let's look at Boomer's stat mat. She has 1, 2, and then a 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. I somehow got the lowest possible roll you can get. Cheer for me. All right. Okay, well, let's start this off. With our lane 2, our ranged baddie, that is our hardy and compound kobold tracker who... Oh yeah, I guess I got to put myself on the mat, don't I?
Well, I'm thinking going far left because that means this dude is going to waste a turn walking
trying
over.
To get to us, yeah, exactly. And I'm ranged, so I can kind of stay anywhere I want at the moment, so... however, whatever it is going to attack me because I am the weakest, and it's going to roll, I'm the weakest link. It's going to roll 1 attack die, and maybe I'm not going to say anything, I'll just jinx it. Oh, look at that, almost got a bones. But I do take a damage. So I'm down to 4 out of 5, and that's it for their turn. And we're going to move on to, that's our first Griffin yearling, who again is going to move, unfortunately. So it's going to move up to 2 spaces and attack the weakest, although will it actually attack the closest? It's closest first, then targeting priority. So it's actually going to attack Patches here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. I think that's correct.
I'm fairly new to the game,
okay,
but I
fine.
believe that it does go to whoever's closest.
Closest first, and then if it's a tie, it will resolve it using its targeting priority, I believe is correct. So,
yeah.
All right, since it's attacking you, why don't you go ahead and roll its dice up there? All right, it's hit you for 2. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate it. Now, thankfully, on your turn, at least, you'll be able to recover one of those 2, so that's not so bad. And now our, this Griffin yearling, I guess he's also attacking you. Sorry, Mike. I hid behind you, I guess. You're my meat shield. Let's see what happens. Yep. All right, 2 again. We got to get some defense. This all is because we're fairly low in the initiative, so we're really getting whacked around here. And now it is Patch's turn. Here, you can heal you can recover your 1 with your innate.
First thing I do is get 1 back, thankfully. So I don't. Should I heal? Probably.
I would say so. I mean, yeah, I would. Well, I mean, I got to leave it up to you, but I would say so.
I've only got 2 decks. So...
Oh, that's right. Patches starts with low dexterity. And if you're watching and you don't know, dexterity basically controls everything you can do in this game. Every die you can roll, every space you can move. So with low dex, in other words, if he rolls his heal, he can only roll 1 other thing.
So the choice is heal maybe for 2 or 3, but that's going to let them both wail on me next turn.
That's
or
true.
I can try and take one out, because this is a turn we can take one of them out.
Oh, you know what? They both went, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which means no, they're flying right now. So we have
They fly at the end of
at
their
the
turn,
end of
or
their
at the
turn.
end of the round.
No, at the end of... Well, let's look it up. Let's head over to the reference sheet here and look up flight. At the end of this unit's turn, place a flight die effect on it. If this effect is already there, remove it. While in flight, it's untargetable. So basically, the worst case, you are trapped in between two things that we can't do anything about. I can try and kill them when it's my turn.
That being the case, I am going for a defense die and my healing.
Okay.
So, defense rolling a 1. Oh, you didn't say it, but...
I'm sorry. I was trying to put the effect dice. Okay.
So I rolled a 1 defense. And I will roll my healing.
All right.
And I got 2.
So you're back in the game for sure.
Back up to 7, but I'm still gonna get wheeled on.
That's right. All right, moving
back
on.
Up to 6, 7 with my shield.
Oh, you got a defense. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to obviously roll that because these guys all target weak. So let's go on to our, I believe that's our dire wolf pup now, who doesn't have any defense dice to roll. So all he's going to do is move 2 spaces. 1. I think we'll move him here for now. Because we don't want another one trapping you in. And I think I'm going to target him. See if I can take him out. Or I can't target either of the 2 griffins. All I can really do is target him.
It's a pity range can't target them.
Who
would
can?
Make more sense.
Oh, yeah.
It would make a bit of sense that range could target flight.
Yeah, I think I can hit... there is a rule that says if I had a frag grenade, which I don't, unfortunately, I could toss it. A frag grenade is not targeted on an enemy, it's targeted on a space. So I could actually target it here, and then they would take half damage for whatever I would roll on that frag grenade. But A, I don't have one, and B, even if I got 3, it's rounded down. So if I got a 3, which is a pretty good frag grenade, they're only going to take 1 damage each. But it is an idea once I get my boom counter going, that's for sure. Oops. All right, so it is my turn. I'm going to try and take I can't target them. I keep forgetting that. I guess I'm going to target this dire wolf pup. And we will try to take him out. I only have 2 attack die and 2 defense die. I don't need the defense so much right now, so I think I'm going to roll the 2 attack die and 2 of my components to see if I can get a grenade going. And hope I don't miss that defense in a little bit, which knowing my luck I will, so. Let's see, let's roll these 2. And normally I wouldn't... Okay, we got 3 damage on him, so that's something. Is he dead, maybe? He's dead.
Nice.
So that takes him out of the game. And normally I wouldn't lock in. So these are the components I need to make a bomb. They go into my locked position. Normally I wouldn't lock in a 1 because once you've used a component to build a bomb, it gets exhausted if it goes to 0. Whereas if it's on a 2, I can use it, it ticks down to 1 and it stays locked. But I'm trying to get that grenade going, so we are going to lock that in for now. And that is the end of my turn. And let's go to round 2. All right, now who is this? That is... It's weird having 2 of the same ones. I am colorblind, so... Is that blue the same as this blue right here?
The top one is purple.
Oh, purple, then
So-
blue, then yellow. Okay, that one I can tell.
Yep.
And the green guy is gone. So, okay, so it's going to be this Griffin yearling. So it's going to
Well,
target.
The purple is going to attack first.
Oh, that's him. I'm sorry. You're right. Thank you. And he's going to target weakest again, which is me. I knew I would regret not having that defense. However, he's compound, so he now gets to actually roll 2 attack die. Give me 1 sec here. There we go. Okay, let's do his 2 attack and hopefully it doesn't get terrible results. All right, he hits me for 1. Where am I? I'm going over here, sorry. All right, so I'm down to 3 out of 5. But he's done at least. And now I'll let you take it from here, Mike. That's going to be this fella.
So he is 2 attack on me. This is lovely. And he hits both.
It's both.
So
You have
my
1 defense. Yeah.
Go on. And I'll go down by 1 health.
And his flighty dice comes off, so he is targetable now.
And then the second one will do the same. Ooh.
3. Ouch.
And that one stung. 1, 2, 3.
Boy, oh boy. Okay. You're up, so you get to heal 1, thankfully.
Yep, start of my turn. I will definitely heal 1.
Yeah.
And I will aim for the blue one beside me.
Okay, fair enough. So let's head over.
Just gonna roll. Just gonna roll to attack. I want to take him out.
Okay. Well, but you have... Oh, you only have 2 decks. My apologies.
Yep.
But I
Just
think
2
you did
decks.
it.
I hit him for 3. And he has 2 health. No longer.
Very good.
Goodbye, my dear friend.
All right. My turn now. Let's scooch us up there. I'm going to try and take this guy out so he doesn't take you out. This guy may end up taking me out, but that's okay. We only need one of us.
I reckon he's more of a threat.
This compound guy?
Yeah, because I'm going to be healing at least 1 each turn.
Okay. Okay. So in that case, I'm going to target him. He's hardy, though. That's right. He's only going to take 1 damage. But that does mean with my 4 decks, I can roll, I guess, 2 attack. I'm going to roll a defense. And my last component die. So let's see what goes on here. Do that one first. Okay. 1. Of course. 3. But he's hardy, so it doesn't matter. He just takes 1. Now, can I do anything about this? I can actually roll and use... Oh, but I've used up my decks. What a dum-dum. Because I could have built a bomb. I'm going to build a bomb right away. So the first thing I'm doing...
You do have the skills. Does that give you anything?
No, my skill just allowed... Boomer's innate skill is weird.
Skull.
It's just,
You roll the skull on the...
the bones. The bones.
The bones.
It lets me add another damage in, but again, it's hardy, so it doesn't affect it, unfortunately. These are going to tick down to 1, though. And I get a bomb. Unfortunately, because I rolled this defense die, I wasn't thinking, because I rolled this defense dice, I can't throw my frag grenade right now, which would have been really handy about now, but I can throw it on the next turn. So we are moving on to the next round, and this is going to get a little dicey here, I think. And we're going to round 3. He is going to target me again. I didn't get any defense, so this could hurt. He gets to roll 3 attack die now, so because we're in round 3. Off we go. He hits for 3. Am I dead? I'm dead. I'm KO'd. So I am off the battlefield. Unfortunately, let me take my little die out. Oh, that's not you. That's me. That's you, not me.
Left me all alone.
I think I cleared my throat when I thought I muted the mic, and then muted the mic after I cleared my throat. So I apologize, everybody. New mic. All right, so next is going to be, so they're both attacking you if you don't take them out. So it's going to be this gentleman going against you with 2 attack dice.
Okay.
He's hit you for 2.
And then my turn, I go up 1.
That's right. This isn't looking good, Mike.
He is now flying, so I can't even target him.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I forgot that. But you could take out this scary...
I can't even get over to him.
Oh, no, you wouldn't even be able to get to him. Oof.
So, I have 2 decks. I should have put a dex in instead of the extra attack.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move 1 spot and hopefully I get 2. No, I get a skill.
Which unfortunately on patches does nothing.
Not a dot. And I'll move 1 spot.
All right. So we'll move to round 4. Unfortunately, that means that kobold is going to be rolling 4 dice. 4 attack dice. So let's hope for the best.
The pin.
That is not the best. So he hits for 5. Which I think means we move on to the next battle.
And you picked the one that... No, yeah.
That we didn't get any help. Darn it. Now, does this stay here? Place this encounter back on top. Yeah, so we would pull the encounter again. We have to get past this in order to progress at all. So all I can do is clean these guys up. And there. And hope for better next time. So I'm assuming we're resting and recovering.
Oh, well, yeah, need help. I don't think there's an option there.
Wow.
I guess it's...
So the streak continues, Mike.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's...
I'm going to feel those bruises for a few days.
I think so. That was a scary one. We don't get to scout, unfortunately, so it's whatever pops up is whatever pops up. Although, technically, we have another day, do we not? Like, that encounter was over. We have to add a day.
So it gets even harder. We'll have a 5 to fight then?
5 and a 1. Maybe sometimes that can be harder. Sometimes it can work out better. So here's hoping for the best anyways. Let's see what we get.
If it's my pick, I'm picking that they take 1 true damage per turn.
Okay, so let's do that. We can live without the bonus. All right, so trying to figure out which one. All right, so for our 5-pointer, we've got this Griffin Howler, who once again has flight, dive, which we'll look that up in a second, and signal 1. So he's at one time at the end of his turn going to call another 1-point baddie onto the field in the lowest initiative position possible. You looking up dive?
I was just having a quick glance there. I didn't get to read it.
Let's see. So dive says, if the flight effect die is active on this unit at the start of its turn, immediately place this unit adjacent to the weakest available opposing unit and target it.
Okay, so it flies
at the start of his turn. So he can fly anywhere, basically. Okay. Well, they both are, as a as their targeting default, targeting the weakest. So that once again will be me, I'm sure. But let's get ourselves onto that battlefield. I'm waiting to see where you go.
No matter what, they're gonna be bashing us.
So okay, so I'm gonna hide in that corner near you. Let's get their initiative on there. Our 1 point baddie is just another lashback, so he's depends on whether we want to take him out.
We will get a second 1 point baddie. Did you say?
At the end of his turn, and chances are if we roll badly again, that baddie will be coming on, but it'll be below us at least. So I'm watching your roll.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Hopefully I can do a little. Oh, I wanted to do a double roll. There we go. 4. All right. Not terrible, I guess, but it means we're not going to get a shot off at that howler, and he is going to call in that 1 pointer before we can do anything about it. So not a whole lot we can do. He is melee though, but you're next to him, so he is going to attack you. And the first thing he does, oh wait, no, at the beginning of his turn, oh, that's if he's in flight, he would come to me, but for now he's staying there and attacking you with 3 attack die.
No, well, I guess that might roll the pain then. Re-attack?
Yeah. Ooh. 4 damage.
I'm already half dead.
Yikes. Okay, and now he's going flying. And he's going to call in the next 1 point baddie. I'll do that. That's going to go in lane 3. Ugh. And even though he's a 6, that doesn't matter. That's only for initiative. He ends up on the bottom. Okay, now Boomer's going to go. Oh. There's one sad problem here. I could throw my grenade, but you would get hit with the splash damage. Although I can't target him, so I'm going to target this guy. You're not adjacent to this direwolf pup, so you won't take any damage. And my damage will hit the flying guy if it's a decent roll. So let's see what happens there. I've got 4 decks. So I'm going to roll 1 damage die, my frag grenade, and 2 defense. No, I'm going to roll 2 damage, 1 defense, and my frag grenade. So let's see what happens.
This dude wouldn't have came into the start of the next round.
Oh, okay.
The start of this turn.
So we'll leave him off the mat until that.
Yeah. He's there, he's ready, but...
Okay, so I have...
to go on round 1.
Well, that's good, thankfully. I'm slotting in the 2 defense. I've hit for 2 damage and 3 with my grenade. So we can apply it in any order we want. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply the 3 grenade damage, which takes him out, and damage our flying target for 1. I guess it's better than nothing. And I'm exhausting that die too. All right, moving on to...
Oh, and at the start of each round, they would have taken damage, so...
Oh, let's do that, yeah. Oh, but what about the guy that was brought on? I guess not until
that'll the start of...
right.
Yeah,
the next round.
The next round.
Okay, so you are up. Let's head to your mat and take a look.
So, I guess I'm gonna roll health and a defense die.
Right.
I can't attack the guy that's in the air, and the other guy's not here yet.
Not adjacent to you, yeah.
Well, he's not on the map yet.
Oh, right. All right, a little defense helps. 1.
1.
Now,
I think I'll not use
yeah,
that.
I was going to say, you can choose not to use it and re-roll it another time. Did you add your...
Yeah,
okay, there we go.
I get health at the start of my turn.
And I guess that'll be it. So we are going to move to round 2. They are going to take another damage. Well, the other guy's going to take his first damage. The flying guy is going to take a true damage. And then he's going to go first, although he's flying, which means he is going to fly and land next to me and target me, the way I'm reading that. And he's going to roll 3 attack die against moi. Let's see what happens. So he rolls 3 damage. I thankfully have 2 shield, so I'm only going to take 1 damage at the moment. Although, you know what? I think that was wrong because he actually attacks the weakest, which ended up being you, but that's fine. I made the mistake. We'll live with it.
Well, no, I'm happy enough to take it. What was it, 3?
Yeah, you'd be at... You're at 1, though. We don't want that.
Oh, I would be at 2 because I did have a shield.
Right, okay, there we go. Yay. Alright, and then I'm going to go again. I don't have a grenade to throw, but I could at least target him now, so I am definitely targeting him. My max attack is 2, and there's not a whole lot else I can do right now, so I'm going to roll my max attack and my max defense because I have 4 decks, so we'll roll 2 and 2. And we've ended up with a good defense roll, so I'll put that, I'll lock one of them in anyway. And a cruddy offensive roll, although I've hit him for 1. I can use this throw bones in my backup plan, which if we have a look down here, is thump your target for 1 damage, and I can, that means he's going to take 2 damage, which kills him. So why don't I do that? Off he goes. And that was a pretty good turn. And you are up, sir.
So I start by getting my innate heal. Engulf is...
Engulf means not only does he damage you, if anyone was adjacent to you, which I am not, I would also take damage. Now, the interesting thing about Engulf is if you move next to him and he attacks you, he also damages himself.
What I might do then, it is a bit cheesy, is move 2, so I'm beside him.
And he is going to attack the weakest anyways. So.
He will attack this turn.
That's right. So it's kind of like a revenge thing. Fine, you want to attack me, you're going to hurt too then.
And then if he does hit me, he's hitting himself.
That's right.
And then at the start of the next round, he'll die.
That's right. That's right.
So,
all right.
Yeah, that'll do.
So since he's attacking you, you can have the honors and do the roll.
What's his roll? Is 1 dice?
Yeah. What is that?
That is cocked.
So I would roll again. Way to go, Tabletop Simulator. We should have taken the first one.
Hits himself for 1.
No, he hits himself for the full damage. Before you take him away, let me double check that. Let's see. Engulf. Did I just go right by it? ABC. There it is. All damage rolled by this unit also hits all adjacent units to the target, including himself, as well as triggering any reaction skills if applicable.
So, hits himself for the 2, and then that's him gone.
And we're successful.
By a bit of cheesy play.
Hey, you got to use all the rules, right? Good and bad.
Yeah.
Let's take our initiative die out. All right, we succeeded at a battle. I feel like cheering if I knew how to do that. I don't have a stream deck or any of those things where I can make little animations happen. That's way later in the streaming career. So, however, we do get. I'm going to head over to your map. We get 1 training point, 1 loot.
Well, I think I'll need a dexterity.
I would wholeheartedly agree with that.
So I'll go for Dex. See what loot I get.
You know what I learned about TTS, by the way? Just in case anyone's watching that would care about this. Up at the top of your screen, there's a little thing that has a degrees, rotation degrees. I changed mine to 90 so that it always, instead of having to hold it down and go step, 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 it just goes click, click, click. Does that make sense? Huh.
Yep.
So what'd you get there?
HP.
Oh, you got buff HP. Oh no, it's even a little different from buff HP. Outside of battle, any
7 HP on the card. At the start of each new day, remove 1 HP.
or spoilage. Okay. Oh, then you
outside of battle, any gearlock may remove any number of HP and heal for that amount.
So I guess if a player, for example, was only 1 HP down, instead of having to use rest and recover, they could do something else and take 1 of the HP from that card. I'll go grab 7 for you. That's 6. And 1 more. The trick, of course, like everything else in Too Many Bones, is going to be remembering to remove that 1 HP every day. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to add our 1 progress. Tick up our day. And I'm going to grab my loot. And let's have a look, see what I got. Fortunate discovery. Hey. I have to read what my different consumables are. Let's have a look. What is that? Bag of booms. Bag of booms. So it's a die. Oh, it would add components. That's not a bad one. And the Holy Hand Grenade adds effects and extra damage. I think I'm going to take the Bag of Booms, which is dice 12. That's not bad. And then I got to discard that card. All right, now I just got to do my my skills. I've been interested in getting flashbang or smoke. You know what? I'm going to go for smoke screen. We only get 1 training, right? Yes, I'm going to go for smoke screen. Because what smoke screen does, let's go down to it here. Smoke screen, the next number of times a baddie targets his unit. So whatever I roll, there's a number on the die. You can see here it's either an unfortunately forced bones, which I have to use, or 1 time or 2 times. So there's 3 faces that have a 1, 2 faces that have a 2. So the next number on the die times the baddie targets this unit with an attack and or skill, it will miss. So I can actually... it is a grenade, so I do have to have a grenade available for it. It basically allows me to... And the way I understand it, I can give it to you as well. So I can put that smoke screen on you, which will hide you, or I can put it on myself. Could be wrong about that, but I believe somebody told me that that is the way it works. Although it just says here, each of these skills will reduce boomers when rolled. Okay. This unit. So no, I believe I can put it on you as well. So that could come in handy if we get into another slippery situation. And that's it. We are ready to go to the next encounter. You all set there, sir? Or did you want to take a 2-minute break for a drink or something?
No.
Or?
Well,
okay.
I'm good to run if you aren't.
I am. I'm going to mute my mic really quickly while I open a can of Coke Zero so it's not horribly annoying. Let's flip the card here, though.
There are other forms of Coke on the market. You're still muted.
Thank you. Can you hear me now?
I can too.
Our third card, I'm pretending that didn't happen, is Crossing the Cibron. The Cibron River, a glistening vein of trade running the length of Daylor, playfully beckons as it shimmers in the daylight up ahead. But with so few bridges in these parts, this crossing is an obvious spot for enemy scouts and traps. A journey of this importance leave only two options. Tucking the ears and trying to blend in is risky, but efficient. A boat at dusk carries less chance of discovery, but requires business with the Mulmesh, a trading syndicate with their own set of drawbacks. So we have two choices here. Our first choice is tuck the ears and walk like a commoner. Going down to the bottom, it looks like the encounter success is achieved no matter the outcome of if we choose the top one or the bottom one. So we're going to get a progress. We're going to lose a day. The top one, we have to roll a d6, each of us. On any 1 or 2 that we roll, we've been spotted. We have to find the first tyrant encounter card, place it on top so we know it's coming next, and shuffle the remaining cards and keep them underneath. However, if we do go and try our luck with our rolls, we're going to get a bonus progress in addition to the progress at the bottom, and a bonus training point. The second option is to hire the Mulmesh traders. They are surprisingly easy to work with. Not only do they drop us safely on the east bank of the river under the cover of darkness, they also offer trove loot. Maybe our success is good for business. And then we would shuffle a special encounter card in, and we each get a trove loot, which would involve lockpicking. Now, I chose the last one badly, so you're up on this one.
Then I chose to do the other option. So it's your turn.
Oh, you did? Darn it. All right. Oh, gosh. All right, let's...
So do you want the extra loot, or do you want the extra day and skill?
Oh, man. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to roll the dice to decide. On a 1 to 3, it's the top choice. On a 4 to 6, it's the bottom choice. How about that? It's the top choice.
It has decided.
So we each have to roll that d6, and then we'll see what happens. Now I just rolled, so feel free to go first. Very good.
I did well.
Yeah, now it's all on me, of course.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
There we go. No, hold on. I wanted to do a double roll. Do you mind if I retake that? I just was too zoomed in.
Oh,
that's fine. It's a 1 to 2, right? We don't really care. It was a success, no matter what. So we are.
Take the win. We gotta win.
We gotta win. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not re-rolling because you know I'd get a 1, right? So we are each going to get a training point, and we get 2 progress and a day. So I'll do that first, and I will move us towards Mulmesh. So we're at 3 progress out of the 6 we need to challenge him. Now popping over to Mike's area, and we'll see what he does with his training points.
So I don't know whether to go for a skill or another dexterity.
It's a good question. We're not quite. I mean, any battle we get next is going to be difficult. Don't get me wrong. But the tyrant battle is going to be particularly difficult, and by then at least you'll want to have toxins. I think that would be my strategy. Doesn't mean you have to get it this time, though.
Yeah, I think the less I get hurt in the next couple of fights, the better the fights will go.
All right, fair enough.
So I'm going to go for another dex, so that'll give me a wee bit more. That'll let me roll my full complement of dice.
Right.
Free attack and 1 defense each turn.
All right. And was it 2 training points or no? 1 training point. Okay. All right. So let's look at me now. What am I going to do? I think I need to either increase my attack or my dex. Oh, and by the way, in case anyone's wondering, we are playing adventurer mode. Which means even when I get KO'd, any locked things I have in my slots, in this case, my 2 components, stay. I wasn't KO'd the last one, but they stay between battles, obviously. Okay, let's have another look here. I'm going to put in body search. What body search does is it lets me roll a die. It does cost dexterity to get extra components, but I have to wait until at least 1 baddie has been defeated on the battle mat. So I'm going to put that in, which I believe is 6. That's the wrong one. It is 13. There we go. And I probably should have done health now that I was thinking about it, but it's a little late. So
It's not. We haven't changed anything. So
okay, so yeah, I'm going to go health because I forgot how weak I actually am. I pay patches a lot, and you get kind of a little bit spoiled by that recovery sometimes. Okay. We are all set to move on.
Well, do we want to scout here then?
Are you able to scout? Oh, yes.
I'm not.
We're not. This is another day. We didn't get hurt here, so absolutely. Let's.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do we scout now or after a battle? Excuse me. After a battle begins.
Well,
I mean, our baddie points at this point would be 2 5 points, assuming the encounter doesn't add any.
Yeah. So I reckon we scout for a 5 point anyway.
Well, you got to. So the funny thing about scouting, you actually have to roll. Did you know that? I only found that out recently. So for scouting, I'll read it here. Roll the d6. On a 1 to 3, you can reveal a 1 point baddie. On a 4 or 5, you can reveal up to a 5 point baddie or a 1 point. On a 6, you can reveal a 20 point or anything lower. So it depends on what you wanted. You'd have to roll, and then, in other words, if you got a 1 to 3, you could only scout a 1.
Might as well use the scout action anyway.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. I wouldn't not do it.
So I'll give a roll and see where we get.
Sounds good.
Oh, a 2.
You can still scout the 1 in case we, and then if it's a crappy one, we can get rid of it. Oh, we faced that guy before.
Party and compound. 2 health though. He's not silly damage. He is ranged.
Yeah, he's not. He only gets bad if he's alive in many successive rounds, yeah.
I'm happy enough to keep him top. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. All right, I'm going to roll. 6. So I'm going to definitely scout a 5. And what do we have here? So we've also faced him. He's not my favorite, but he's not poison and he's not break. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could be a lot worse. I don't know what to do on this one. He rolls a lot of dice and he brings in another. You know what? I'm going to put him on the bottom. Why not? There we go.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next encounter. Something shiny this way cometh. Being concealed in a small outcropping of trees allows our party to appreciate the wilderness scene at dusk. But our reprieve is cut short when someone notices the waving light of a lantern being carried by 2 figures headed toward the glow of a larger fire about 100 arrow lengths to the northwest. Unfortunately, gearlocks are easily distracted by bright and shiny things, and we are soon on our feet once again. So both of these choices are battle choices. The top one does not have a bonus. So if we're successful in this battle, regardless of which choice we make, we're going to get a progress, 2 training points, and a loot. If we do the top one, we draw 2 5-point baddies, and we fight them now. If you succeed, you must fight again with current HP. So we get to reset our skills, but we have to fight. Oh, that's interesting. With wherever we end up, we have to fight with whatever health we have. But the BQ is made up of baddie points subtract 8, so that would only leave us with 2. Is that right? I forget what day we're on. We're on day 5. Yeah, so we would only end up with 2 1-point baddies in that second battle. The second choice is hold. We attack them at dusk. So we wait, in other words. The BQ is going to be made up of regular baddie points, so we'd have 2 5-pointers. But we have to roll a d6 twice, total the results, and add that number to your baddie points total. Our party has surprise, which means we get to go at the top of the initiative regardless of their initiative, or what we roll. But we get a bonus training point. But we could end up with a massive amount of baddie points. I don't know.
Yeah, so we're going to get 2 5 points plus whatever the D6.
Right. So I mean, the
Gives us
best
on
case would
top.
be we roll a 1 twice, and we're adding 2 1-pointers in. Worst case is we're adding 2 more 5s and
The
a.
chances are we're going to have it like a 5 point and a 1 point or 2 points.
Mhm.
Draw 2 5-point baddies. I'm going towards the top one. I'm going for the easier choice.
I would probably say the same thing. It doesn't sound particularly easy, but
No, but the other one is you're attacking 2 5-point baddies on this.
you could end up, the second one, you could actually end up with a 20-point baddie.
Yeah, it could be. With our rolls,
It will be a 20-point baddie.
if I thought our rolls were decent or even average, I would say yeah, go
All
for
right,
it.
top choice it is. All right, I'll go set up the battle mat here. We can actually use the regular BQ setup because it's 2 5-point baddies anyway. So let's see what we get. All right, in lane 1 we have a ranged dragon delinquent who has engulf and weaken 2 and 7 health. Ouchies. So engulf, we know what that does from the previous fight we had. Weaken 2, if he rolls a bones on either his attack or defense dice, he triggers weaken, and whoever his target is, will have a weaken 2 die, which basically subtracts 2 from your dexterity. And then that'll tick down to 1, and it'll go again. Now, of course, you could roll another bones the next time, and you're back up to 2 again. So that's our ranged dragon delinquent. He will target the weakest on the mat because he's ranged. Next up, we have our kobold fanatic with 6 health. These are both high health guys. He is hardy, so he's only going to take 1 damage at a time, and neither of us have a poison ability. And he does have Inspire 1, which means that every turn, if there were baddies in the initiative track that were below us, which there are not in this case, so it's not going to do anything, they would actually come up to fight right after him, and they would pass us in the initiative track. These are both going to be tough guys, so we need to get our defense up, I think.
Ambush, we go first?
Is that what this is? Is this with surprised?
It says follow and ambush.
If you succeed, you must fight again.
Oh, no, it's called.
Oh, that's just, yeah,
and
that's just the title of it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so let me put myself on the mat over here. I'll put up their initiative dice. So one of them's slow. Who's that? That's our melee guy.
Yeah, purple's a 3.
These are the 2 colors I have the worst trouble telling apart. But the blue is actually a weird light blue, the chip anyway, so. And now I've got to roll my initiative. 5. Not terrible.
We'll give Mangs a pop. Oh, 3. 3
So
is
you-
pretty much what is on Mang.
Your usual, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
let's.
think most of Mangs are 3.
Yeah, I remember looking at that. It was one disappointment on patches. Let's have a look here. Yeah, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4. So you're more than any other chance going to roll a 3 for sure. I think I just screwed something up here. Whoops. Ugh. I grabbed it when I wasn't supposed to grab it. Okay, so starting off with our dragon delinquent who's targeting the weakest, which is me. Right? Yes, I have 6. And he's got a big roll, actually, so he's going to roll 2 and 2. Let's see what we get. Oh, well, okay. He's got 2 defense, which doesn't help. And he only hits me for 1, which does help, thankfully. He has engulf, but nobody's adjacent to me, so thankfully nobody gets hurt. And now...
Did you not get the second defense die?
No, for the way I understand, baddies only get 1 die to be active at any time. And that might be wrong, in which case I'll look it up between, but I'm going to play it that way for tonight because that's the way I've always understood it. It'll be funny when I learn it's the wrong way. So. Okay, so I'm going next. Wait, he attacked me, did he not?
He did.
And he rolled a bone, so I'm weakened, which is not great. 1, 2, 3.
Weakened 2.
Weakened 2, so I only have 2 decks to do something with. Oh boy. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll my smoke screen. And I'm going to roll my last component. And hope I can get something. No, that's not quite fair, is it? Oh, I can't roll my smoke screen. I don't actually have a, this should have been there. I don't have a boom, so I can't do that. So I am going to roll that component. And one.
What about your bomb?
I can't roll it because I don't have a boom counter. I need to get another component success to build a bomb. Right. I could roll that, but then it disappears. I was hoping to save that for the big battle. But maybe it's time that I do that. So let's do that. So those will be my 2 rolls. Doesn't do much, unfortunately, but bones, of course. I don't remember what this was now. Oh, that's my component. So obviously I'm not going to use that. However, this die that I rolled does let me choose a component. And I will obviously choose the one I don't have, which is that one. So, and right away, just because I might as well, I'm going to exhaust all 3 of these and build 1 boom. So I can throw either frag or smoke grenade as it might happen. And this consumable is back in the tray. And unfortunately, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, so I don't get the heal because
you're not damaged.
I'm already full health, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll 3 attack dice and 1 defense.
All right, let me get over to your. There we go.
And I did well with the bones.
You got 2 defense. That's going to come in handy. And what is your? So that you, that would give you heal. You obviously don't need to trigger that. However, your next bones is one that I've used quite a bit when I use patches, which is needle jet.
2 damage.
2 damage to an adjacent target.
So this guy's hardy anyway. He was only going to get hit for 1.
So it was a good roll in that case.
So, yep. Hop him down for 1 health.
And then
it's his turn.
It's his turn. Now he's going to attack you because he's next to you. His Inspire isn't going to do anything, so that doesn't matter. But he gets to roll 3 attack.
And a lot of bones for him. So he gets to Inspire nobody.
He didn't have a bones qualification on that. He would inspire anybody, but there is nobody below him. So.
Oh, well. Bones. I'm happy there's more bones than not.
He only hits you for 1.
So, 1. So that takes 1 off his shield.
Yep. There we go. And no damage is taken. Moving.
I'm happy enough with that.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. It's a nice change of pace. All right, next is our Dragon Delinquent again, who once again is targeting me because I am the weakest link. And he's hitting with, what is he hitting? He's a big hitter. 2 and 2. All right. Whoops, sorry. I'm going to clear that because he only gets 1. He's got a 1 and 2. He's got 1 effective already, so that does nothing. And he hits me for 2. I have no defense. So I'm down to half health. He did not get a bone, so he doesn't reapply weaken 2. It stays on weaken 1, which I should have changed it to before. There we go. All right, I'm going next. I only have 3 decks. I am going to... Oh boy, what am I going to do? Wouldn't it be nice to... I'm not going to waste the frag grenade when he has 2 shield on him. I am going to put a smoke screen on myself so I hopefully don't die, which will tick my boom counter if I use the result down to 0 again. So that's 1 of my 3. I think I'm only going to roll 1 attack. So I can roll 1 defense as well. So,
Who are you attacking?
Oh, sorry, the guy up. What's his name? The dragon in the range spot. My bad. Okay. Roll. Okay, smoke screen for 2, which goes on me as well. And I'm hitting him for 2, and I rolled bones for defense, of course. And so basically, just his defense comes off. Unfortunately, that's all I did. And you are up.
Oh, okay. That seemed to come round very quick. I can heal you.
Wait a minute. Were we supposed to do... Oh, no, it's after this battle. We add in... We have another battle. I forgot.
Yeah. It's like a mini one, but we have to keep our health.
That's right. You could heal me, although he won't be able to target me for the next 2 turns. 2 rounds, excuse me.
Well, I've already got 1 defense die. I can roll the heal and see if I get a good roll on it. If I do, I'll lock it.
Okay.
Or heal you with it, whatever. And then I will roll my free attack. Hopefully I'll get more bones.
Yeah, because he's hardy, but you might as well go for the bones for sure.
So I'll do the attack.
Oh, there's bones and 2 damage.
So,
but again, because he's hardy, sticking him with your... that wouldn't help in this case.
Yeah. So I'll give this a roll. The health die. It only rolled a 1, so I won't use it.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that's me.
All right.
And then it's purple dude.
Did he take 1? Didn't he take 1 damage?
Yeah, I have that 1 off him.
And now it's him, correct? 3 attack.
3 attack.
Oof.
Ooh.
5.
So
4, basically.
1, 2, 3, 4. When these guys hit hard.
Yeah, seriously. You're going to need to use that heal on yourself.
Well, I might do, depending on... Yeah, this other dude's going to attack me now as well, isn't he?
Yeah, because you're weak. Well, oh, he can't attack me. That's right. Sorry, I didn't think of that. Did I forget to change the round to 2 last time? So we're on round 3 now?
Yeah, round 3 now.
Okay. All right, so yeah, he's going to go first, and he is going to target you because he can't target me, and my little smoke bomb ticks down to 1. So he's going to roll 2 and 2 against you.
Bring it on.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay, no problem.
Come on.
So he does roll a bone, so he's weakening you for 2, not 4. And he hits for 3. Ouchies.
Does he... so engulf...
It also hits him for 1, yeah, because he's hardy.
Yeah. But it does take me out.
It took you out, right? There's no defense. Darn it. All right, well, we'll keep going. Did you reduce the kobold?
No.
Okay, there we go.
I was too busy crying over my own...
well, the streak continues, right? But you never know. Maybe we'll get out of this. I'm going to go now. That weaken now comes off me. I still have smoke screen, so I can attack, but he can't. Unfortunately, I don't have a bomb to throw, so it's just going to have to be attack, attack, attack. And maybe setting up a defense for next time, so... so I'm going to roll my max, so that's 2 attack and 2 defense. Yes. Oops. I just see a whole bunch of bones there.
Yep.
So let's see what they can do, because I'm obviously going to slot them. 1, 2, 3. So I have bluff bomb. I can do everything up to the 4th. So let's see. We know we can add 1 damage. I can re-roll an unused scavenger die. I rolled this turn. I did not do that. Bluff bomb. Select any occupied position. That unit is immediately moved to an adjacent position of Boomer's choice. Big deal. Throw ends is the one I can trigger for 3 damage. Plus, I think I rolled 1. So that would be 4 damage.
What is it whenever you level up your innate ability? Is it worth trying to get 2 more?
Let's see. In addition to scavenger benefits, Boomer may also add +1 to each of those component rolls before locking the die. So it gives me extra components. It's all right. It's not great. I mean, I guess it would be great if we weren't in a life or death situation here. So I'm applying all 4 damage. 2, 3, 4. And now our melee hardy guy is going to move 2 towards me. Which way do I want him to go?
Does he? Because he doesn't target you.
Oh, that's right. He can't target me. He can't move. That means he can't see me. That's a good point. Okay. So no, he doesn't move at all. And that's it. We move into round 4. In which case our range guy is going to go. I guess I still have smokescreen. This is the last round with smokescreen.
Yep.
So he can't target me. So his turn's over. And then I'm going to go. I'm going to have to target him and hope for the best. With everything I have. I don't have a heal of any kind. I don't think I do. No. Although there is one called hide. I used these though, didn't I?
Yeah. Did you use all 4?
Yeah, I used throw ends.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll 2 and 2. Because I'm going to need defense after I'm visible again, that's for sure. Alright, so we've hit him for 2. I'm going to lock in both of those because I think I'm going to have to. And did I kill him? No. Darn it. And now he's going to go and he doesn't move again. Because he can't see me.
Okay, yeah.
I'll
take it. That's
now
good.
we're moving to round 5 and I don't have smokescreen anymore. So that comes off. And it's exhausted. Okay, so he is going to go and he is going to target me with 2 and 2. Now I only have 3 health left, but I have 2 defense. So.
Yeah, 2 defense.
So here's hoping. All right, well, he's got, what did that do again? Oh, he weakened me. He gets 1 defense. He weakens me for 2 again.
2 your shields go.
And okay, so he got rid of my shields. Did he do any? Was it any? No, that was it. And that's it. Next, I am going to go. I'm basically going to be playing run around with this guy. The guy. I've got to target this dragon and try and get him out. Got to do it. So once again, we're doing 2 and 2.
Yeah, you're weakened. So.
Oh no, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of those before I even look at them. So I'm weakened 2, so I can only do 1 and 1 basically,
or 2 damage and try and take him out.
That's what I'm going to do. We're going to go for broke here. 2. He's gone. Okay. Which brings us to the hide and seek round that's about to begin. He's going to go.
Weekend drops 2.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Or drops 1.
He's going to move 2. He cannot attack me. He does not have a defense dice to roll. Wait, that's right. That's the end of the round. And now we're in the... I forget the actual name of this. I call it the attrition round, but that's not the name of it. Where we're both going to take a damage. One true damage each time. So he's going to take 1. I'm going to take 1. I'm going to go. I desperately need defense.
Yeah.
But I'm weakened 1 still. So I can only do 3. I'm going to roll 1 defense and 2 attack because I don't want to get...
Well, he has hardy.
Yeah, but sometimes when I roll 1 attack, I'm going to get a bones. But we'll do it that way. I'm going to do 2 defense. No, he's not going to catch me. Because on my next turn, I'm going to bolt.
But he's going to go right after you here. He's going to catch up with you now.
Oh, you're right.
You run.
You're right. So we'll go 2 and 1 in that case. Well, I'll take that. And I'll take that. That lets me add 1, but I didn't miss, so I'm fine. He's going to just take his 1. And now he's going to go. We really have to hope for the best here. So he's going to move. And he's going to attack me with 3. Ouchies. Oh, wait, that might
if he takes 1 damage off you,
we'll both die at the same time and lose.
Yeah. Well, do you? That's the question.
I believe so. That's what happened to my wife and I the other night. And because we didn't survive, we looked it up, and that's the result. We don't win.
Damn.
So here we go. Bones, bones, bones. No bones. So he did. He took 2 damage off me, which killed me anyway. No. Yes, that's what killed me.
You've got a shield.
I've got 1 shield. He rolled 3. Boink, boink. Full party wipe. Where? Oh, there. Okay. This is challenging, Mike. That's two losses, so the rule is 3 strikes. So, however, we don't pull this one again. We do lose another day. We don't get any benefits at all. That should have been easier than it was. We didn't even get past the first part of the battle. All right.
Well, the first part was the hard part.
Yeah, yeah. All right, moving on to the next one. Let's see what happens here. A bold challenge. Although the afternoon sun obscures his features, the giant shadow cast by the stranger ahead makes the hair on our back stand to attention. Everyone feels it. The fact that it stands squarely blocking our only advancement makes confrontation a painful certainty. However, it seems most of us may yet avoid the unwanted exercise this day, as the mountainous figure has his own plans. A challenge is made clear as his voice thunders across the gap between us, declaring, "Choose your champion, then die." All right, 2 choices. Both battles. Place a bet. So neither one gives a bonus, so it's just a matter of making a choice, I guess. Place a baddie from the top of the baddie queue in lane 1. Select 1 gear lock to face against it for 3 rounds. If the baddie or gear lock is defeated early, the remaining baddies and gear locks join the battle at the end of the current round. Otherwise, they join the battle at the end of round 3. Or we ignore the challenge. Let's take them. We have a baddie points, and we have to add 4 baddie points to that, which would mean 16 baddie points. So 3 5s and a 1.
But if we add...
Right? Am I calculating that correctly? I think.
Yeah. So do
3
we
fives.
want
and
2
1.
5s and 2 1s, or 3 5s and 1 1?
Huh. I think we're better with 2 and 2, right?
So who do you reckon's got more attrition?
I think it's going to be you. You at least can heal every turn.
Yep, yep.
So it's do the baddie coin, select the baddie from the top of the baddie queue in lane 1. That's hard to do in this case. So it's going to be the first 5 that comes up, basically. Although he could be slow, but we'll find out. You're supposed to pick the one that has the best initiative. I guess we can manually move them off the mat. So let's set up the battle, and then we'll choose. Then we'll see which one has the top in the BQ, right? I think. Did it say we have to? You're stuck in lane 1, or am I thinking of a different card? Okay, so yeah, it's not lane 1. Okay. Oh wait, it is. Oh, he starts in lane 1. Okay. So who's our fastest baddie here? It's this ranged kobold. So I'm going to move him to lane 1, and I'm going to move this guy just out of the way for the moment. We'll have to remember he was here. And if you need to move into either of these spots, we'll move those guys when we need to. So he is a 6. We'll put him on. And that's it. You're up.
So guess I'm starting there. So I'm only fighting this hardy
Only
compound
him.
one.
Yeah. However, you need to roll unless there was a special rule about where you go. Select one gear lock. Nope. So I guess you still need to roll your initiative. So we know he's going first. That's a little better, at least.
Well, I can't do any better than that. So, he goes first.
He goes first, yeah.
Attacks for 1.
1. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. He's going to roll 1 attack die. That's it.
Go on. You hit me. I can blame it on you then.
He hits you for 1.
So I'm down 1. Start of my turn, I go up 1.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'm going to have to use 1 dexterity to move. I'm going to roll 1 defense die.
Okay.
So that's 2 dexterity. And then 2 attack. He's hardy, isn't he?
Yep, hardy and compound, yep.
Yeah, so yeah, 2 attack, make sure I get a hit off on him.
Oh.
1 bones.
I'll clear those up.
Bones. 1 bones, 1 shield, and 1 damage on the critter. Okay.
Okay, now we'll go around. Wait, was it only the first round? Now I can't remember what it said.
Round 3 rounds?
Oh, face off against it for 3 rounds. If he's defeated early, they join the battle. Otherwise, they join the battle at the end of round 3. So in round 4, in other words. So we're in round.
The chances are I'm going to kill him next round.
I would think so. Thankfully, you lucked out with the choice there. Was he a 1 though? I wonder if he was a 1 or a 5. He was probably the 1, judging from his health.
Okay, so he goes again.
He goes again. He's rolling 2 now.
2 attack dice. Oh, come here, you. There we go. Hits me for 2.
he does not have a bone skill. So.
So 1 defense, 1 damage, which will go down and then back
Go
up.
back
on
up
my
again.
Turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the 1 defense and 3 attack. I might as well try and get the bones.
Sure. Yeah.
1 defense. I'll roll my healing thing.
Wait, what's that? Who are you healing?
No one. I'm going to lock it if I get a good one.
Oh, I forgot you can do that. Yep. Yep.
So 2 defense.
Nice.
I will take that.
And 2.
Okay, so he's dead.
He's gone. So they, I guess I'll get rid of him there. Now you are where you are.
Yep.
So where does the guy that would have come on now, who would have started in your position, does he go to the next row over? Or this way? Or do
Well,
we
I
get
guess
to choose?
he would have been 2. So
Oh, right.
he would go here.
He would go there, yeah. And then
He
that
would be
guy would go
3,
there.
and then he would be 4.
Yeah, there we go. Wow, you surrounded yourself.
Well, I had to go in to attack.
Yes,
I
for sure.
can't go back, but I am going to use my last dex to roll that healing die that I have.
Right.
So, and I got a 3, so I'm locking that in.
Nice.
So unless something can take a dice off me, that's a nice wee thing to have sitting in my back pocket.
And 2 defense
healing.
you have locked in too.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so now we have to put their dice on, I guess. That would be this one. For this guy. It's a 6, and this is a 4. And then I just have to roll mine, see where I end up in that lineup. What did I get? A 4. So I get to go before the 4s, but after the 6. You get to go before the 6, thankfully, because you were already on the board. Ooh. It locked up on me for a second. Are you still there?
Oh yeah, all
Okay,
good.
good.
So my turn went, then we're on to yellow.
Oh, right. Okay, let me move the rest down. So that would be our hardy kobold, who's next to you already. Wait, that guy's not there anymore.
Oh, no, grabbed the wrong dice. He's the one that died.
Oh, okay.
So we have blue at 3.
And he's at 6, right? That's this one here. So like that. That look right?
So blue at 3. Purple
Purple's
at
at
4.
4, yeah.
And green at 6.
6,
yeah.
yeah.
That's us.
Okay, so green is going and he's targeting you. You can roll 1 die. That's it.
Go on ahead, hit me.
Okay, here we go. 2, sorry.
So that takes off my defense die.
Okay, what's better than damage, I guess.
Definitely.
And he rolled a bones, which doesn't do anything for him there, so that's it for him. And now I'm up. Those are 2 hardies. We need to get rid of this poison because he's going to become a real problem really quickly. So I'm going to target him. Who's his target? His target's everybody on the board. So he's going to hit. Yeah, both of us. Well, not his. He's.
Oh, right. He's going to attack us, not his
That's right.
friends.
I still have 1 boom left. Oh, I didn't return my skill die. My bad. Okay. But I don't want to throw my frag because I'll hit you. So I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to roll my max attack, which are 2, 1 defense, and one of my components to start building another bomb. There we go. Okay, I'm going to lock in that component. That's our fuse. Rolling defense, rolling offense. So I hit him for 2. I'm locking in the shield. Unfortunately, our shield is not going to do anything against his poison.
Then would it have been better to roll, say, your... Can you do a smoke grenade?
No, I'm sorry, that's on the wrong one. I have 0. I need to build a bomb. So that's the best I could do there.
Yep.
At which point... who's that? That's the hardy guy who, again, he's next to you.
That's purple is this one.
Oh. Okay, so he's going to... He doesn't even have to roll. He just poisons at both of us for 2.
Really? He doesn't even...
Nope.
Oh, that is mean.
It's really brutal. So I'm going to put those on us. Nope, wrong one. And then this hardy compound kobold elite is going to go. It's going to roll 2 against you. And he hits for 2.
Okay. That's me done.
All right. We're moving. Oops. Wrong dice. We're moving to round 3. Whoops.
A bit too far.
A little bit. That went in backwards. That's weird. He's not a 1.
It doesn't matter. It is really down at the bottom.
Okay. So you are up.
So I take 2 damage.
First thing. Well, 1 damage because you're going to heal for 1. And then that ticks down. There.
Okay. Yeah, I think 1, 2.
Okay.
And then hit this guy for 2. And then use my heal die.
Yes, yes.
So I'm going to heal for 3 to go back up to 7.
Okay.
And not bother with the fence. Yeah, I just want to kill this guy. I want to kill this poison.
Yes. Guy. Okay. See how you do here. Oh. Did I roll those for you? Because it seems like I did. Well, 1 more bones and you can get that needle jab at least.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Who's this now? Green. That's this gentleman over here, right?
Yep.
So he's going to move 1, 2 to get into position to attack you with 1 die. He rolls the bones.
I'm happy enough with that.
Exactly. All right, now I'm going to go. I still can't throw a grenade, but I take 2 damage right away. And then that ticks down. Oh, what should I do? So I'm going to target the poison guy again. And I'm rolling the same thing. 2 attack, 2 defense. Well, no, 2 attack, 1 defense, because I already locked 1 in. And I'll roll another component. So let's do that first. Bones. I'm not using that, obviously.
The defense is not going to do you any good. Would it be better to roll the second component? You're not being attacked, they're all attacking me.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, thank you. So yeah, I'll roll a second component, the one I didn't roll, just to be fair about it. Oh, wow. I'm not going to lock that into my bones, but I am going to hit for 3, so that's something.
Yeah.
And now he's going to poison us. And the way poison works is it's not cumulative, so we don't add 2 to the 1. Wait, that's not him, is it? Yeah, that is him. Right. We just go back up to 2 again. Oop.
Not on the 2 side.
And that's his turn. And now this guy is going to go and attack you with 3 attack die. Do you have any defense before I roll and kill you by accident?
No, just kill me. Get me out of here.
All right, here we go. 3.
1, 2, 3.
And that's the end of round 3. Moving to round 4.
So I go down 2 and then up 1.
Up 1, and that ticks. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't memorized. I think it's 4. Yeah, there.
So
you're targeting the poison guy?
Poison guy.
Or I can probably take him out before his next turn.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, these 2 other are hardy, so I'll only be doing 1 damage to them anyway.
Okay.
Or you'd only be doing 1 damage. We might as well try and make sure that the poison dude is dead.
Yeah, I think so too.
Rolling 1 defense and 3 attack.
Okay.
So
Well, he's dead at least.
he's dead. And I can use 2 to heal me 2 bones.
You can, or you can, if you think you're going to survive. Oh, your needle jab because they're hardy. Darn it. That's 2, but that's kind of wasted. And you can't split your targets. You have to just target 1. So.
No, with the poison and stuff coming in, and both of these things are attacking me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna heal for 1.
Okay.
If I thought we could take another 1 out, then yeah.
No, you're better safe than sorry for sure.
So, that's me.
All right. Next is this guy who is attacking you for 1. Thankfully, just 1. He hits you for 1. All right, now I'm going to go. I'm going to take 2 damage, which leaves me with 2 health. Good chance I won't survive this. I'm going to attack the guy that has compound because it's getting scary for how many dice he can roll. Although I'm only going to hit him for 1 no matter what I do. So let's see.
Defense die and stuff like that will make a difference.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll my 2 components and hope for a better result than last time. I'm not going to roll defense, so it's going to be my 2 components and 2 attack.
Okay.
Did I just roll somehow another dice over there? That was weird. Okay. Those are good rolls. Okay, so I'm going to take those, and I can choose how I want to do this. Oh, but I can't roll... oh, that's 2 damage, so I hit him for 1, I guess. This is where poison... Hardy is made for poison. I'm definitely going to make 2 bombs, so I'm going to retire that die and tick those down to 1. And tick that to 2. But unfortunately, I have to wait till the next turn before I can use any of them. So I am going to hit you with smokescreen. Because pretty soon I'm going to die the poison and we're going to move into the nasty round. But that next up is that guy with a lot of dice to hit you.
Yeah, I might not even get out of this run.
That's true. So he's rolling 4. And he hits for 4.
That's me out.
Oh no. Oh no. All right.
At least I'm not poisoned anymore.
There's always a silver lining. All right, moving to round 5. Oh boy, oh boy. So the first thing that's going to happen is he's going to move 2. How do we want to move him?
It doesn't matter, it's all equal.
That's true. I was hoping they'd end up adjacent to each other. And he doesn't do anything else. He's going to move 2 to attack me, though. Oh, it's me next, though. Me next. Yeah. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Trying to think of what my best course of action here. Well, first I take a damage. And this goes away finally. Oh.
Smoke screen?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. So that's...
It'll get you another round anyway.
Until we get to that nasty round, but...
which is going to be next round.
Next round.
Smoke screen's not going to make a difference.
No, it's not. So there's not a lot of...
Yeah, you can't do any more than 1 damage.
Right, so there's no point in the frag grenade. So all I can do is defense, but that doesn't defend against that true damage in the next round. But here we go. So I damaged... Sorry, I was targeting this guy for 2. 1, sorry, because he's hardy. And that's literally all I did. I'll put this in there just because it's fun. And now he's going to go and actually attack me. Which he's going to attack with 5. Mike, I think it's over. Oh, it's definitely over. 2, 4, 5, 6.
And a bones.
And a bonus.
Just for good luck.
Oh. Well, that's our 3 strikes, sir.
Oh, this is painful game.
That is
I love
painful.
it.
I've had it's my favorite game by far. It is my favorite game. It's fantastic. But man, it's gotten... I don't know what's happened. I think my luck has changed, and all of a sudden I'm not rolling well at all. But let's have you do the honors, sir, and flip the table if you would.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, there it goes. Well, I hope we can do this again, because that was a lot of fun, and we might do better, you never know. And I want to thank anyone...
Thank you for the invite. It was brilliant dying with you.
Oh yeah, and I don't know, I've told everybody I know, but just in case anyone's watching, Mike has hooked me up into a couple of Discord channels, one of which has a lot of advice for new streamers, so I'm really grateful for that as well. And that's about it, everybody. We're going to call it a night here and schedule a new one. I should be streaming again on Wednesday, tentatively, and I will see you all again soon. And now I'm going to put on that weird screen that's this. Stream ending soon. And I think that's about it. Good night, Mike.